Right. So this is the first question of the review questions. So there we have A side and B side. So we have to connect them, right? So actually this is the B side, right? So I will write the correct angles for each of these categories. So the first angle is 135 degrees. So definitely, what is that? Obtuse angle, right? So the second one, that is 90 degrees. So that means it is a right angle. Third one, 180 degrees. That means it is a straight angle, right? So the next one we have 35 degrees. So it is less than 90 degrees. That means it is what? Acute angle. Then we have 245 degrees. So the angle is greater than 180, less than 360. So that angle is what? Reflex angle. So next one, 190. Same thing. Greater than 180, less than 360. So this is reflex angle. So next we have 280. Same thing. It belongs to what category? Reflex angle. Okay. So we come to the second question. What do we have? By considering the given figure, find the magnitude of each of the angles given below and write the type of each angle. Okay. So part 1, what do we have? AOB. So AOB, that is 90 degrees. You can clearly see the markings, right? So this is 90 degrees. AOB, 90 degrees. So what is the type? AOB is right there. Part 2, COD. So here we have C. So COD, the magnitude is what? 40 degrees. So it is given, right? So magnitude is 40 degrees. What is the type? Acute angle. Type is acute angle. Third one, what do we have? BOD. What is that? It is also 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So what is the type? Right angle. So the fourth part, AOC. AOC. That means in order to get the magnitude of AOC, we need this entire angle along with this angle. That means BOC, and we have to add AOB. AOB we know, which is 90 degrees. What is BOC? BOD. What is that? That is 90 degrees. COD. What is that? 40 degrees. So that means this entire angle is 90 degrees. This part is, that means COD part, 40 degrees. Definitely, this should be what? 50 degrees. So now we can calculate the magnitude of AOC. What is that? 90 degrees plus 50 degrees, which will be what? 140 degrees. So what is the type? Angle is greater than 90 degrees, less than 180. So the angle type is what? Obtuse. Okay, part 5. AOD. 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 What is that? The straight angle. No? So what's the magnitude? Without a doubt, 180 degrees. So the type is straight angle. Okay, question number 3. So in question number 3, we have been given some angles and we have to draw the angles, right? So part 1, we have the angle name as PQR and the angle magnitude as 60 degrees, right? Okay, so the very first thing that we need to do is we need to draw a straight line, right? So the next thing is we need to mark a point that is on the straight line. So I will mark it in this manner, and since the angle name is PQR, this point should be what? Q, right? So now we have to mark the angle. So I need to place the protractor right on top of Q and align the origin of the protractor with Q, the point Q, right? Okay, so as you know, when we use a protractor, we have two scales, right? So I will be using the inner scale, right? So this is the inner scale, right? So I will mark 60 degrees in this manner, right? Then I will connect the point, right? Okay, so this is our 60-degree angle. So we have to write the magnitude of the angle, which is 60 degrees, and also we have to name it P, Q, and this will be R. Right, so in the next part, the angle name is ABC and the angle magnitude is 90 degrees, right? So just as before, I will draw a straight line and I will mark the point capital B on the straight line, right? So now I will be placing the protractor, aligning the origin of the protractor with capital B. So now I will be marking 90-degree angle. I will be using the inner scale to mark the angle, right? Okay. Right. So now I will connect the point capital B, right? I will draw a straight line connecting them. Okay, so this will be what? 90-degree angle, right? And also we have to name the angle. So A, B, and C. Right, third part. So here the angle name is X, Y, Z and the angle magnitude is 130 degrees. So just as before, I will be drawing a straight line and now I will be marking the point Y on the straight line. So this will be Y. Okay, so the angle magnitude is 130 degrees, right? And now I will be placing the protractor and aligning the point Y and the origin of the protractor. Okay, so in this part, I will be using the outer scale of the protractor, right? So when we observe the outer scale, we can see that we have 130 over here, right? So now I will be connecting this point along with Y in this manner, right? And this will be what? 130 degrees. And also we have to name the angle. So this is Y. So X, Y, and Z. Right. Part 4. So here the angle name is KLM and the angle magnitude is 48 degrees, right? So just as before, I will be drawing a straight line, okay? And I will be marking the point capital L on the straight line, right? Then I will be marking 48 degrees using the protractor and I will be using the outer scale just as before, right? To mark 48 degrees. So here you can see now this is the outer scale. So here we have 45 degrees, 46, 47, 48. So this will be 48 degrees, right? Now I will be connecting that point along with point L, right? So this will be 48 degrees and we have to name it. So this is L, this is K, and this is M. So K, L, M, 48 degrees. Right, question number 4. So I hope that you have gone through the question. So in question number 4, we have 3 parts. First part, they are asking us to measure some angles. So the angles are AOC, COB, BOD, and AOD. Right, so first of all, we will measure the angle AOC, right? So I will be placing the protractor correctly on the diagram and on the point O, right? So when we measure AOC, right, you can clearly see the magnitude is what? 40 degrees. So AOC is 40 degrees, right? So now we will measure the angle COB, right? Okay, so I will place the protractor on top of point B, right? And to do the measurement, I will be using the inner scale, right? So you can see the angle measurement is what? Angle measurement is 140 degrees. So COB, that is 140 degrees. So now we will measure the angle BOD. So just as before, we will place the protractor on top of point O, right? Okay, so this is BOD. So you can clearly see when we use the outer scale, BOD is what? 40 degrees. So now we have to measure AOD, right? So just as before, I will be placing the protractor correctly on top of the AB line. Okay, right. So I will be using the inner scale to do the measurement, and when I use that, you can clearly see what is the measurement? 140 degrees. So that means AOD is 140 degrees. Okay, so in the second part they are asking what is the value of angle AOC plus angle COB. So we know AOC, the magnitude is 40 degrees. COB, the magnitude is 140 degrees. So when we add those two together, we get 180 degrees. So the answer for the second part is 180 degrees. Third part, are the two angles AOC and BOD equal to each other? So we know AOC, that is 40 degrees. Then the next angle BOD, that is also 40 degrees. So the answer is yes, both the angles are equal. Angles, this is exercise 3.1. Okay, question number 1. Copy and complete. The complement of 60 degrees is what? So this is part 1. Huh? The complement of 60 degrees, that is what? 30 degrees, right? We know if take 60 and add 30, and that sums up to what? 90. So the complement of 60 degrees is what? 30 degrees. Right. So there's another part in that. The supplement of 60 degrees. Supplement means, right? If we take 60 and we add 120, this sums up to what? 180. So supplement of 60 degrees is what? 120. Right. Part 2. The complement of 75. Right? What is the complement of 75? 15. We know if we take 75 and add a 15, it sums up to what? 90 degrees. Okay. So the next one, supplement of 75. So if we take 75 and add another 105, this sums up to what? 180. So this is what? 180. The supplement of 75 degrees is 180 degrees. Now always remember, when you are writing down the answers, don't forget the degrees. Okay, part 3, the complement of 25 degrees, right? So if we take 25 and add a 65, we know that is 90 degrees. So the complement of 25, that is 65 degrees, right? So the next thing they are asking, supplement of 25. So if we take 25 and add another 155, this sums up to what? 180, right? So the supplement of 25, that is what? 155 degrees. Right. Part 4. The complement of 1 degrees. Complement of 1 degrees, that is what? 89 degrees. So the supplement of 1 degrees, that is 179 degrees. Right. So that is the end of question number 1. So this is question number 2. From among the angles ABC, right? So if we take ABC, so we are talking about B angle, that is 72 degrees. PQR, so that is 15 degrees, right? Then XYZ, XY and Z, which is 28 degrees. KLM, so that is 165 degrees. Then we have BOC, so that is 18 degrees. Then also we have MNL, so that is 108 degrees. So these are the given angles. Select and write down part 1, 2 pairs of complementary angles. Right. Complementary. Right. So complementary. Right. So if we take ABC, so that is 72. So this is 15. So if we add these together, it doesn't sum up to what? 90. Same goes to ABC and XY, C, right? So KLM is totally out of the question. But BOC, if we add these together, that sums up to what? 90 degrees, right? So one answer is what? ABC and BOC, right? Angles mark karanda, right? Hariyata. So this is one pair. They are asking 2 pairs, right? So here we have PQR, which is 15, right? So I have forgot to mention another angle, right? So that is DEF, right? So the magnitude of the angle, that is 75 degrees. 75 degrees, right? Okay, so quickly we can see PQR and DEF, those are what? Complementary. So we can write DEF and PQR, right? So DEF is 75, PQR is 15, both are degrees. So when we add these together, we get a 90, right? So for part 1, these are the 2 answers. ABC angle and BOC angle, then DEF angle and PQR angle. Mark the angle there. Then second part, 2 pairs of supplementary angles, right? So here we have KLM, right? KLM and PQR, right? So PQR plus, and KLM, right? So PQR is what? That is 15. KLM, that is 165. So when we add these together, we get 180. Another one. So MNL, we have 108 there. And that time ABC, right? So ABC and MNL, right? If we take ABC angle, right, that is 72, the magnitude. MNL angle, that is 108. So if we add these together, we get what? 180. Okay, so part 1, they are asking what is the sum of BOC and COD. So BOC, that is 25, and COD, so that is 65. So 20 plus 60, we know that is 80. 5 plus 5, we know that is 10, right? So 80 plus 10, we know that is 90, right? So here the answer is what? 90 degrees, right? So always remember, when you are writing the answer, you have to mention the unit. Then මේ වගේ තැන්වල, these are simplifications. So සුළු කරන තැන්වල ඒකකේ දැම්මත් කමක් නැහැ, නොදැම්ම කියලා වැරද්දකුත් නැහැ. Right. So this is part 1. Then part 2. What is the complement of BOC? So this is BOC, and BOC, the magnitude of the angle is 25 degrees. So they are asking the complement, right? Complement, what do we need to add to 75 in order to get 90, right? 25 plus 65, no? Then we get 90, no? So what is the angle which has a magnitude of 65? COD, right? So the complement is what? COD. Now part 3. So this is part 3. What is the magnitude of AOD? AOD. So AOD is what? We know AOD, this is the complete angle, right? From here to here. That is AOD. So AOD, when we take the whole angle, what is that? AOD consists of, මොකෙන්ද AOD හැදලා තියෙන්නේ? We have what? AOB angle, then BOC angle, then COD angle, right? So AOB, that is 20, BOC, that is also, sorry, that is 25, then COD, that is 65, right? So we know 25 plus 65, that is 90, 90 plus 20, that is 110 degrees. AOD, that is 110. Right, part 4. What is the sum of AOD and DOE? Right, so AOD and DOE. So what is AOD? The magnitude, right? So we got 110, no? Right, so AOD, and what is the other angle? DOE, right? So DOE is what? Look at the diagram. So when we add these together, AOD angle plus DOE angle, that means what? 110 plus 70. So the magnitude is what? 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Part 5. What is the supplement of DOE? Supplement. So DOE angle, what is the magnitude? So that is 70 degrees. Supplement of DOE, right? So supplement in the sense is what? This whole thing, no? ඇයි මේ 70ට මෙන්න මේ සම්පූර්ණ එක එකතු කරපුවම මොකද වෙන්නේ? It sums up to 180. හරි? 20 plus 25 and 65, that is what? 110, no? So what is that? මේ මොකද්ද මේ සම්පූර්ණ කෝණය මොකද්ද? AOD. So the supplement of DOE, that is what? AOD. මේක තමයි answer. Right, what is the complement of DOE? Complement, part 6. So DOE, we know that is 70. So they are asking the complement, right? So that is what? 20 degrees. So what is that? What is the angle? AOB. AOB. Right? එතකොට මේ වෙනකොට ඔයාලා හොඳට තේරලා තියෙන්න ඕන. හරි? When we talk about angles, what is the complement and how do we calculate it? What is the supplement and how do we calculate it? ඒ වගේම ඔයාලට මේ angles නම් කරන විදිහත් ඔළුවේ තියෙන්න ඕන. Right. Exercise 3.1 under that question number 4. What do we have? So this is part 1. Write two pairs of complementary angles in the given figure. Complementary. That means the sum of the two angles should be what? Equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So I'm going to take one angle as CDB. CDB. And the other angle ADB. ADB. Right? So CDB angle and ADB angle. So when we take the sum of them, right? Sum in the sense SUM. Sum, what will it be? 90 degrees. So in a rectangle, we have 4 angles. Each of them is 90 degrees in magnitude. So in the same manner, we can take CBD. CBD angle, ABD angle, ABD angle, right? So both of these angle pairs are what? Complementary angles. Right, question number 4, part 2. The straight line segments AB and CD intersect at O. Write 4 pairs of supplementary angles in the figure. Hari, අපි මෙතනින් පටන් ගමු. මෙතනින්. Right? So AOD and DOB. DOB. Right. ඊළඟට පටන් ගත්ත මෙතනින් ඊළඟ මෙතනට එමු. DOB angle and BOC angle. Hari. මෙතනින් පටන් ගමු. BOC angle BOC angle and COA. COA angle. ඊළඟට මෙතනින් පටන් ගමු. COA angle and AOD angle. AOD. So these are the four pairs of complementary angles. Write two pairs of complementary angles according to the information marked in the given figure. Right. Right. So we have to write two pairs of complementary angles. Two pairs. Right. And PXQ. PXQ angle and PXQ angle and QXR angle. QXR angle. So that is one pair. And the other one QXR angle and the other one RXS angle. So these are the two pairs of complementary angles. Okay, question number 6. Copy these statements in your exercise book and place a correct mark in front of the correct statements and a cross mark in front of the incorrect statements. Right. Part 1. The complement of an acute angle is an acute angle. Complement. දැන් එකපාරට පොඩ්ඩක් ඕක මොකද්ද මේ කියන්නේ කියන එක තේරෙන්නේ නැති වෙයි. Right? In any case, they are talking about complementary angles, no? Right? So, take for instance 30. Right? So, we have a 30-degree angle. What is the complement of 30-degree angle? Right? What is the magnitude? 60. Take another angle. 40 degrees. What is the complement? 50. Take another angle. 55 degrees. What is the complement? 45. When we add these magnitudes, right, all of them equal to what? 90 degrees. ඒකනේ complementary කියන්නේ. Now, take a look at the angles individually. What are these angles? Acute angles, right? Acute angles. The acute angles කියන්නේ මොනවද කියන්නේ ඔයාලා දන්නවා. Right? So, the complement of an acute angle is an acute angle. Right? So, that is true. Always when we talk about complementary angles, right? For a given angle, the complementary angle will be what? Always an acute one. එතකොට මේ දෙන්නම acute angles වෙනවා. Right? So the first statement that is true. Right. Part 2. The complement of an acute angle is an obtuse angle. එතකොට මෙතන කිව්ව දෙයට තනිකරම විරුද්ධ එක තමයි මෙතන කියලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? So that is wrong. Part 3. The supplement of an obtuse angle is an obtuse angle. Right. අපි බලමු. Now they are talking about what? Obtuse angles. Right. So we will take 50 degrees. What is the supplement here? 130 degrees. Right. We will take 70 degrees. What is the supplement? 110 degrees. Right. We will take 20 degrees. What is the supplement? 160 degrees. Right. We will take 105 degrees. Right. What is the supplement? 75 degrees. Right. So what are they in the statement? What are they telling? The supplement of an obtuse angle is an obtuse angle. Right. එතකොට මෙන්න මේ inserts ටික බලන්න. So this is an obtuse angle. This is also an obtuse angle. This is an obtuse angle. This is an obtuse angle. දැන් අනිත් කෝණේ දිහා බලන්න. What are these? Obtuse නෑනේ. All these angles are what? The ones which I have written in red, right? What are those? Those are acute angles, no? Right? එහෙනම් මේ statement එක මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? වැරදි. Right. The supplement of an acute angle is an obtuse angle, right? Supplement of an acute angle. හරි. මේ ටිකේම බලමු. So if we take 50, this is the supplement, right? එතකොට මේ හැම එකේම දැන් මේ රතු පාටෙන් ලියලා තියෙන angles වල supplement එක තමයි කළු පාටෙන් ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. හරිද කිව්ව statement එක? හරිනේ? The supplement of an acute angle is an obtuse angle, right? So this statement is true. So exercise 3.2. So this is question number 1. Write whether the pair of angles marked as A and B in each figure is a pair of adjacent angles, right? So part 1. If we consider angle A and angle B, what in the question what are they asking? To check whether these two angles are adjacent angles or not. We have to go through what? 3 criteria, right? So what is the first one? Common arm or common side. So that is there. What is the next one? Common vertex. Both the angles are on either side of the common arm. එහෙනම් මොකද්ද මේ? ඒවා දැන් ඔයාලා වචනේ ලියන්න ඕනේ. right? ඒ කියන්නේ OL, that is the common arm or common side. O, that is the common vertex, right? And angle simple A and angle simple B are on either side of the what? Common arm. Then angle A and angle B are what? Adjacent angles. Right. So we will go through the criteria here, right? So simple A and simple B, right? So the first thing, do these two angles have a common arm? මේක දැක්කහම පැටලෙනවා වගේ නම් මෙයාගේ නම ලියන්න. Simple A. So how do we write or refer that angle? APB. APB. Right. Then B, angle B. Then make capital simple පැටලෙයි ඈ. Right. මෙතන capital A, මෙතන simple A. Right. So simple B angle, what is that? APC. බලන්න මේ දෙන්නගෙම AP කියන එක තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් common arm එකක් තියෙනවා. What is the common arm? AP. ඔන්න එක criteria හරි. එක criteria එකක් හරි. Second one, common vertex. තියෙනවද? නම දිහා බලන්න මේ P. මෙන්න මෙතන. So we have a common vertex. ඊළඟ එක, both angles should be what? Positioned on either side of the common arm. So that is also there. Criteria තුනම තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? So this is part 2. So in the second diagram, A and B are adjacent angles. Right. So here, this is angle A and this is angle B. පටල ගන්න එපා. Right. එහෙනම් අපි criteria තුන තියෙනවද කියලා බලමු. Common arm. Right. So angle A. What is angle A? XMY or YMX. YMX. What is angle B? ZMX. ZMX. MX. MX. So we have a common arm. Common arm. Criteria 1 is there. Criteria 2. Common vertex. Right? Common vertex. Common vertex. M. So M, that is a common vertex. ඊළඟට third criteria එක second එකත් හරි. third එක බලන්න. So this is the common arm. So in the third criteria, we should check whether the given two angles are either side, are positioned on either side of the common arm. මෙන්න මේ common arm එක දෙපැත්තේ තමයි ඉන්න ඕන. හැබැයි එහෙම නැහැ. මේ B කෝණය මෙතන ඉඳන්ම තියෙනවා. දැන් B කෝණය කියලා මෙන්න මේක විතරක් තිබ්බනම් ඔන්න හරි. හැබැයි මෙතන ඉඳන්ම ගන්න ගත්තොත් එහෙම third criteria එක ගැලපෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක මොකද වෙන්නේ? In the third part, these two angles are what? Not adjacent angles. Okay. If PQ is a straight line segment in each figure given below, find the magnitude of the angle marked by an English letter. So here what is X? Right? So you have to write it like this, 120 plus X, that is equal to 180. And within brackets you have to write what? PQ is a straight line. එතකොට PQ is a straight line කියලා මේක ඔයාලා ලියන්නම ඕන. වරහන් ඇතුලේ. ඒක දැන් ඉඳන්ම පුරුදු වෙන්න. හරිද? එහෙම ලිව්වහම ඒකෙන් තේරෙනවා මෙන්න මේ angles එක මොනවද? Adjacent angles කියලා. Right? So what is X here? 120 plus X minus 120. Do the same thing to the other side. So we can cancel out 120 here. So X equals what? 60 degrees. So here the same thing. A plus 68. So that is equal to 180 degrees. Within brackets, what should you write? PQ is a straight line. Right? Okay. So A plus 68 minus 68. So that is equal to what? 180 minus 68. Right. So we can cancel out the 68. So A equals what? 180 minus 60, we know that is 120. Right? From that, we have to subtract an 8. So that is what? 112. Don't forget the unit degrees. Right, so just as before, t plus 95 equals to 180. So within brackets, you have to write PQ is a straight line. Now, t plus 95 minus 95 equals 180 minus 95. So we can cancel out the 95. T equals what? 180 minus 90, we know that is 90. From 90, we have to subtract 5. So that is what? 85. 85 degrees. දැන් මෙන්න මේ වගේම නම් මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ එකක් කොහොමද කරන්නේ කියලා. These are simple equations, right? මේ t සමානයි කියලා මේකට උත්තරයක් ගන්න එක මොකක්ද කියන්නේ? Making the t as a subject of this equation. ඒවා මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. මෙන්න මේ මාර්ක් එක ඔයාලා හැම වෙලාවෙම මතක තියාගන්න. සමහරක් කට්ටියට හරියට මතක නැද්ද දන්නේ නැහැ. මේ මොකක්ද මේ මාර්ක් එක? That is 90 degrees. So කොහොම ඉන්න පුළුවන්? මෙන්න මෙහෙම දාන්න පුළුවන්. හරි? Right? So that is 90 degrees. So we can write x plus 90 plus 40 that is equal to 180 degrees. හැම වෙලාවෙම දාන්න ඕනේ. Straight line. PQ is a straight line. Now x plus 90 plus 40 we know that is 130. That is equal to 180. So we can subtract 130 here. Do the same thing to the other side. මේ දෙක මාර්ක් කරන්න පුළුවන්. X equals what? 50 degrees. Right? දැන් මෙන්න මේ වගේ තැන්වල දැන් මෙතන නම් තියෙන්නේ කෝණ තුනයිනේ. කෝණ තුනක් තිබ්බට ඔයාලා මේ එකතුව ගන්නකොට එක්ක මේ පැත්තට යන්න එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ පැත්තට මේ පැත්තට එන්න. Right? දැන් මේ වගේ තැනක නම් you can start from the left and go to the right. එහෙම නැත්නම් you can start from the right and go to the left. මම එහෙම කිව්වේ මොකක්ද දන්නවද? එහෙම පිළිවෙලකට ගියොත් එහෙම මේ කෝණ මග ඇරෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Now, in this question, right, all of these three angles are equal. සමාන හන්දනේ එකම term එක අරන් තියෙන්නේ. Algebraic term. Right? So we can write this as what? A plus A. So that is equal to 180. Within brackets, right? PQ is a straight line. Now, these are what? Like terms. If we take 1 plus 1 plus 1, we know that is 3. In the same manner, A plus A plus A, that is 3A. Right. So here this is what? 3A equals 180. Now we have to divide this side by 3. Do the same thing to the other side. So here, A is what? A is 60 degrees. Right, so just as before, we will start from here, then at these angles. So we can write 2x plus 90 plus x. So that is equal to 180. So within brackets, you have to write the reason, right? AB, that is a what? Straight line segment, right? So 2x plus x is what? 3x. 3x plus 90, that is equal to 180. Now get rid of this 90 degrees, do the same thing to the other side. So we can cancel out the 90. 3x is equal to what? 90. Now x is equal to what? X is 30 degrees. Now in the question, are they asking the value of x? No. They are asking value of what? AOD. So we have to write AOD angle is equal to 2x. That means 2 into 30. So here the angle is what? 60 degrees. AOD. The magnitude is what? 60 degrees. Right. Question number 4. PQ is a straight line segment. According to the information marked in the figure, find the magnitude of POS. Find the magnitude of SOQ. Right. So the first thing is we have to find the magnitude of POS. POS. So this is the first part. Part 1. So අපි මෙතනින් පටන් අරගෙන ලියාගෙන යමු එහෙම. So 3x plus 80 plus 2x, that is 180 degrees. So within brackets we have to write the reason. PQ is a straight line. Now 3x and 2x are like terms, so that is 5x. Right? If we take 3 and add a 2, we know that sums up to what? 5. In the same manner, if we take 3x and 2x, this sums up to 5x. Right? 5x plus 80 equals 180. Now get rid of this 80. Do the same thing to the other side. මෙයාට මෙයා සුළු වෙනවා. 5x equal to what? 100. So x is what? So here x is equal to 20 degrees. Right. Still we are in question number 4. Under that part 2, find the magnitude of SOQ. Right? So we have calculated the value of x or the magnitude of x, which is 20 degrees. So SOQ, this entire angle, right? So SOQ, that means what? 80 degrees plus ROQ, which is 2x, right? So 2x is what? 2 into 20, which will be 40 degrees. So that means SOQ angle is equal to what? 80 degrees plus 40 degrees, which is 120 degrees. Right, question number 5. Conclude whether POQ in each of the given figures is a straight line. Right, so part 1. So what do we have? What are the angles, the magnitudes of the angles? One is 130 and the other one is what? 50. So if we add these together, it sums up to what? 180. Then definitely the first one, part 1 or POQ is a straight line. Part 2. So what are the angles? What are the magnitudes? Right? Part 2. So one angle is 139 and the other one is what? 42. Right? So 130 plus 40, that is what? 170. 170, if we add 11 to that, this becomes what? 181. එහෙනම් මේ straight line එක second diagram එකේ තියෙන straight line එක PQ, it is not a straight line. Not a straight line. එයා straight line එකක් නෙමෙයි. Okay. Now there we have 3 angles. What are the sum? What is the sum when we add these together? 37. 37, no? Right, 37, right? So 50 plus 80, we know that is 130, right? 130 plus 30, that is what? 160, right? So 5 plus 8, that is 13. 13 plus 20, that is 20. So if we add these together, we get what? 180. Then clearly PQ in the third diagram, that's a straight line. Yeah, straight line. So this is the third diagram. No? Right, the fourth diagram. What are the magnitudes? We have 45, 113 and 22. Right. So 40 plus 110, we know that is 150. Right. 40 plus 110. To that, if we add 20, we know that sums up to 170. Now take the ones place values. So we have a 5 here, 3. So that is 8. 8 plus 2, that's a 10. So here also we get 180. එකතු අංශක 180ක් වෙනවා නම් අනිවාර්ය සරල රේඛාව. Straight line. Right? So the last one is also a straight line. Right? So POQ, that is also a straight line. හරි? එතකොට මේ question එකේ part 1, that's a straight line. Part 2, that is not a straight line. Part 3, that's a straight line. Part 4 is also a straight line. Right. Question number 1. Find the value of x. So this is a diagram. So we can write x plus 130 plus 160. So this is equal to 360. So we have to write within brackets angles around a point. Adjacent angles around a point. Right? So x plus 100 plus 100, we know that is 200. 30 plus 60, we know that is 90. So we get 290 equal to 360. So we can cancel out the 290. Do the same thing the other side. So here we can cancel out the 290. So x equals what? 300 plus 2, 300 minus 200, we know that is, 360 minus 200, we know that is 160. Right? 160 minus 60, we know that is 100. From that, we have to subtract another 30. So here the answer is 70. Find the value of A. Right? So we know if we add this angle and this angle, it should sum up to what? 360. Angles around the point. හරිද? ඒ වගේම මේ angles දෙක මොනවද? මේ angles දෙක, those are adjacent angles, no? Right. So A plus 50, that is equal to 360. So within brackets you have to write the reason, right? Adjacent angles around the point. So A is equal to what? 360 subtract 360 minus 50. So here we get what? 310 degrees. 310 degrees. The third question. So all angles are equal. මේ කෝණ හතර සමාන හන්ද තමයි එකම term එක අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ, right? So just as before, A plus A plus A plus A, so that is equal to 360. Right. So here we get 4A equals 360. So we have to divide this side by 4. Do the same thing the other side. Okay. So 4 times 1 and 4 times 90. So A equals 90 degrees. Don't forget the unit. So this is the angle that they are asking. Make it a So I will start from here. 90 plus 120 plus A, P and C. So that is equal to what? 360. So 90 plus 20, we know that is 210 plus APC, that is equal to 360. So APC angle equals what? 360 minus 210. Right? So 360 minus 200, we know that is what? 160. From that we have to subtract another 10. So here the answer will be what? 150 degrees. 150 degrees. Find the magnitude of SOR. Right? So this is O. You can be in O. SOR. So they are asking this angle. මේ angle එක තමයි අහන්නේ. Right. So we will start from here. So 2x plus 2x plus, we will go clockwise. 110 plus 80 plus 3x. So that is equal to 360. So these two are like terms. So we get 5x plus 110 plus 80. This is 190 equals 360. So 5x equals what? 360 minus 190. Right? So 360 minus 100, that is what? 260. Right? So we still have a 90. So 260 minus 60, that is 200. So we still have a 30. 200 minus 30, that is what? 170. So we have to divide this side by 5. Do the same thing to the other side. So we can cancel out the 5. 5 times 1, 5 times 3. So 34. So x is equal to 34 degrees. But that's not the thing that they are asking. They are asking SOR. So SOR angle, that is equal to what? 3x. So 3 into 34. Right? So මේකත් බලන්න අපිට නිකන් කෙලින්ම ගුණ කරනකොට මෙහෙම ගන්න පුළුවන්, right? 3 into 30, we know that is 90. ඊළඟට මේ 3 into 4. 3 into 4, we know that is 12. Add these together, we get what? 102 degrees. So SOR angle, that is 102 degrees. Right. Question number 6. They are asking the angle of QPB, which is this angle. So the first thing, AB is a straight line. So we can clearly say 150 plus x, that is equal to 180. So 150 plus x, that is equal to 180 within brackets. AB is a straight line. So x is equal to what? 180 minus 150. So x is 30 degrees. දැන් මොකද කරන්නේ? ඔන්න බලන්න මතකද AB, so this is a straight line, no? Right? So when we learn this, right? If you can remember, point on a straight line, we consider only one side the sum of adjacent angles are what? Equals to 180. Sums up to 180. ඒ එක පැත්තක. මෙන්න මේ පැත්තේ විතරයි අපි ඒ ගත්තේ. අපිට මේ පැත්තත් ගන්න පුළුවන්. So this is x. This is 2x. Then we can clearly say APQ angle, that is what? 2x. So that is 2 into 30, which is 60 degrees. අංශක 60යි. ආපහු මොකද ගන්නෙ? මේ angle එකයි මේ angle එක එකතු අංශක 180යි කියලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So we can write 60 plus QPB. QPB, that is equal to 180. So QPB is what? 180 minus 60, which is 120 degrees. So this is the answer. Exercise 3.4. Find the magnitude of each of the angles marked by an English letter in the figures given below. So x is what? 43 degrees, huh? Vertically opposite angles. Right. Then part 2. This angle and this angle, those are what? These two angles. කියන්නේ මේ සම්පූර්ණ එකමයි. හරිද? මෙන්න මේ සම්පූර්ණ එකමයි මෙයයි. මොනවද? Vertically opposite angles. X plus 30 equals 130 within brackets vertically opposite angles. මෙතනත් වරහන් ඇතුළේ ලියන්න ඕන vertically opposite angles කියලා. So x is equal to what? 130 minus 30, which is 100 degrees. Okay, third part of that question. So here we have to find the value of simple a, right? So if we consider this magnitude, which is 135 degrees, that value is equal to what? A plus a. Why is that? These two angles are vertically opposite angles. So we can write a plus a, that is equal to 135 degrees, right? So a and a plus a means what? 2a, so that is equal to 135 degrees. So what is the value of a? We have to divide this side by 2, do the same thing to the other side. So I can cancel off these two. So a is equal to what? 135 degrees divided by 2 means what? 67.5 degrees. So the value of a will be what? 67.5 degrees. So if you take a look, this angle and this complete angle are what? Vertically opposite angles, right? So we can write x plus 90, that is 125. Within brackets you have to always write the reason, your reasoning, right? Vertically opposite angles. So x equals what? 125 minus 90. දැන් මේ වගේ එකක් අපිට මෙහෙම ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. එතකොට මෙතන අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් 5 and 12 plus 9, that is 35 degrees, right? Right. A, B, C. Okay. So if this is 55, B is also 55. B equals 55. So within brackets vertically opposite angles. එහෙනම් මෙයා මොකද වෙන්නේ? 55යි. දැන් අපි ගමු මෙතන ඉඳන් මෙතෙන්ට. අපිට කලින් කියලා දෙනානේ AB is a straight line කියලා. AB, CD and EF all are what? Straight lines. So we can say 65 plus 55 plus this is C. Angle C equals to what? 180. So මෙතන වරහන් ඇතුලේ reasoning දාන්න ඕන. So these two, 60 plus 50, we know that is 110. 110. 5 plus 5, that is 10. 110 plus 10, that is 120. 120 plus C, that is equal to 180. So C equals what? 180 minus 120. So we get what? 60 degrees. Sorry. So C is 60 degrees. ඔන්න අපි මේක 55ක් කියලා හොයාගත්තා. මෙයා අපි හොයාගත්තා අංශක 60ක් කියලා. හරි. අපි දැන් බලමු මේ තුන් දෙනාගේ එකතු අංශක 180ක් එනවද කියලා. Right? So 60 plus 60, we know that is 120. හරි? ඊපස්සේ මෙතනට 50ක් අපි ගමු. So 120 plus 50, that is what? 170. අපිට ඉතුරු වුණා මෙතන 5කුයි මෙතන 5කුයි 170ට 10ක් එකතු වුණාට යන්නේ 180. වැඩේ හරි. Right. ඊළඟට A. Right. මේ අපි A ගත්තොත් එහෙම, right? So A is equal to what? Okay. So here A is equal to what? 65 degrees. Why? Vertically opposite angles. So we have to find simple x, simple y, and simple z. Right. So we can clearly say x is equal to 90 degrees. What is the reason? Reasoning? These two are what? මේ මොකද්ද මේ? මෙතන මේ ලකුණ මොකද්ද මේ? 90 degrees කියන එකනේ. Right? එතකොට these are what? These two are vertically opposite angles. In the same manner, අපි y ගත්තොත් y is equal to what? 58 degrees. Same reason. Vertically opposite angles. හරි. එතකොට මේ ගාන අපිට කියලා තියෙනවා නේද මෙන්න මෙහෙම. BY, BD and XZ are straight lines. So this is what? This is XZ. XZ is a straight line. Right? එතකොට අපි මෙන්න මේ තැනකට හිතුවොත් minus අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන් x plus 58 that is equal to 180. Within brackets, XZ is a straight line. So Z equals what? 180 minus 58. So 180 minus 50, we know that is 130. 130 minus 8, we know that is 122 degrees. If ABC and ACB are a pair of complementary angles, ABC, that is ABC and ACB, if those two are what? A pair of complementary angles, what is the magnitude of ABC? EC. Right? So that is part 2, no? Right? So ABC plus this angle. So this is Y, no? Right? So Y, we have calculated it as what? 58. Okay? So that is equal to 90 degrees. So ABC angle, what's the magnitude? 90 minus 58. 90 minus 50, we know that is 40. 40 minus 8, we know that is 32 degrees. So ABC angle is 32 degrees.